to become it, to be one with it. And this is what the great mystics of all time speak of. They can see it. They can experience it full on. And then, of course, they send the memo to someone like myself who can at least articulate it. And practice in my imagination, sitting in it, being it. What's wrong with that? Sometimes that's how I'll fall asleep at night. Let me climb into that. Because then certainly you drop everything. But I want to know, what are these 84,000 doorways? I mean, that's really interesting to me. Down here, holy mackerel, we're afraid to open one doorway that might be a new doorway. Maybe it'll be scary. Maybe it'll be difficult. Maybe. Open another doorway then. If you have 84,000 of them in your energy field, open the door. This month, as we're stepping into it, I'm telling you, I'm shown right now, they're giving me a nod, all my team. They're saying, oh yeah, tell them we're opening doors for everyone who's listening right now. And it's already begun because of the energy of the full moon. Man, how loved are we? And they're so delighted that I brought this up. I actually had no intention of bringing up this 84,000 passageway of doorways. So obviously, they're bringing it up for you. And I'm just a hollow vessel. And the more I practice being a hollow vessel, the more I can share with each of you. And so why wouldn't we each want to be an empty vessel? Why wouldn't we want to keep dropping everything? Drop your hurts. So what? You've been hurt. There's no you. Knock it off. A couple of times since I've been here, some gal, she's pretty, well, my old ego would have been wounded for days because she's really a challenging gal sometimes to listen to. She's not learned the art of opening doors gracefully just yet. But as I hold the doorway open, she'll get there. So anytime the hurt comes to me, just drop it. Just drop it. So you can kind of gauge your old self to the new being that by, in the next few months, the more you drop, the more you'll open. I do have a wonderful expression. I can't fly when my arms are full. So you have to put some stuff down. These dear women that for years now have held the idea that they've got to get even with some dear soul. They can't fly. They can't fly at all. Your destiny is to fly. What does flying mean? It means to be light. It means to have access to things as an alchemist. And you get to use the phrase, open sesame. So an alchemist changes poison into pure gold. That's what an alchemist does. The leaves are showing you now. They're turning gold up in the Northeast. The leaves themselves are many alchemists. And yes, they're going to drop to the ground and recycle themselves for a brighter, more flowering lifestyle come springtime. That's alchemy. Mother Nature is probably the best alchemist you'll ever see. So learn to look more carefully at Mother Nature. What's she telling you this day? I'll tell you what she's told me up in the Northeast, because she knows I'm really one that prefers the weather in Florida. She's told me for 6 or 7 weeks, I am so happy you're here. I am just keeping this place nice and warm for you. Everybody else like whining. I'm like, oh, thank you, Mama. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's alchemy. It's my special alchemy. So there's a lot to learn. I will guide you. I will suggest to many of you that have Osho, really contemplate number 13, transformation. Contemplate it for days. Here's something it says. The moment you become identified with your suffering, you want to discard it. You want to get rid of it. It's so painful. But if you are a witness to it, then the suffering loses its thorns, all of the stings. Then there is suffering and you are just a witness. You are just a mirror. It has nothing to do with you. Happiness comes and goes. Unhappiness comes and goes. It's a passing rodeo show here. It really is. So do the best. Get riding in your road. You are loved, and I see your wholeness. You're beautiful. Have a lovely week. Bye.